Gebuerjeit by KEYGEN Church. We're going to be analyzing this. I'm going to try to put this in layman's terms as to what is happening musically in the track. Of course, we're doing this live. There's going to be a lot of pausing because I'm going to be explaining as I pick up. And if you're watching this on the YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're liking the video, you're sharing, because it's good for the channel. So let's do this. Let's begin. Gebuerjeit by KEYGEN Church. Let's go. Okay, so we start. We're 10 seconds in. We start with a very simple piano motif. A motif, of course, being the smallest version of your musical idea that you have, a seed, if you will, from which everything else happens. And we start this almost like a dance. It reminds me of the Moonlight Sonata, of the first movement of the Moonlight Sonata, because it has a similar sound with that threes. It's in threes. This whole thing is in threes so far. But an interesting thing is the rhythm of the motif doesn't fully match the rhythm of the lower piano. This is from ULTRAKILL, right? I think this is from ULTRAKILL. I think this is used in ULTRAKILL, so yes. There you go, that's the motif with some added chords to it. So yes, now we're starting to do little variations on the motif here and there. So either we're keeping that same rhythm of 3 and changing the order of the notes that they are played, or we're adding chords to it. We're doing very, very small adjustments while we are still having that lower end of the piano still giving us that almost like a dance beat to it. Let's see where this goes. So yes, oh, by the way, what is happening, the discrepancy in rhythms between the upper piano and the lower piano, let's call it right now, let's call it that, is called a polyrhythm. A polyrhythm is when you have multiple rhythms at the same time. The piano is playing on one type of rhythm, the lower piano is playing one type of rhythm, the upper piano is playing another type of rhythm. It's a very effective technique to give a sense of instability. And that is what is happening right now. These things are just playing in completely different... it's almost like they're playing completely different tracks, but not really because they're together here. So... modulation. So now we have a variation of what happened at the start, but instead of a minor scale, we have a major scale, so it makes it sound a little bit happier than it was before. Getting louder. Louder. It's like it's dancing. It's like a dance. Almost like a waltz. Okay. Oh, both sides now had a small moment where they were in the same rhythm. We're quieting things down, and we bring up... Okay, so we bring in the guitars, the drums, and an organ. The organ doing a variation of that original theme that we've been hearing the entire time. It's doing a little bit of a mix between both the lower and the higher piano while the guitar and the drums are introduced. The drums are keeping the rhythm pretty nicely. It's pretty nice. D-Hops, welcome to today. How you doing? Welcome. So yeah, you can feel that, right? Like a waltz. Very similar. So harmonically, melodically, very, very similar, but it's a little bit more compressed in the sense of the keyboard, so that things are, it's what is called an elongation. And the guitar, like, we're basically doing a chords-only version of the first part that happened with the piano. Chords only in the organ, in the guitar, while the drum gives us that very, very sweet rhythm, giving us that time to just soak this in and dance along. Now we're adding some melody. More of that beautiful keyboard. Organ. More chords. So yes, this is an elongation. Of course, elongation being when you take something, a rhythm or a melody, and you elongate it to be longer than it was. So if something lasted 1 second, now it lasts 2 or 3 seconds. So proportionally, you make things grow proportionally. So if you have one note that lasted 1 second and one that lasted 2, now it's going to be 2 and 4 or 3 and 9, something like that. So you're going to be elongating, stretching things out nicely and everything. All right, can't promise that potato, but yeah, good to see you, man. Hopefully you can make it done. Unless somebody else picks it, but yes. That work. How long is the queue? I think you're like 6th or 7th. Okay. We're doing a cadence. Very, very common cadence. And we're switching over. There you go. So now we have the keyboard, the piano, that organ starting to do arpeggios. Arpeggios, when you play a chord one note at a time, still with this beautiful rhythm. The guitar and the bass are still just playing the downbeat and just holding out those chords. It sounds majestic. So... yes, I will, D-Hops, don't worry. We do that every time. We do that every time. Of course, we do that every time, so don't worry. I'll take attendance. Alright. We pause the drums there for a second. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, I really liked that. I really liked that. You remove the drums and the guitar for a measure or for half a measure so that you can bring them back even better. That was really cool. That is really cool. I love it when that happens because it's like, it feels like jumping, so to speak. Like you remove the lower end, which means that everything that happened is now higher, and then you land. It's like jumping. I like it. The bass is playing along with the... Ooh. Okay, we got... I think it's one of the guitars. We got another synth doing a relatively new theme, which I do believe is a variation of that first motif. It sounds like it because it's still in threes, like it's still in groups of threes, to an extent, and is not entirely playing to the rhythm, so it still has that that thing to that. But right now, we're moving throughout the structure of this. Is beautiful. This is beautiful. So yes, we have the drums that are now keeping a different thing workout stream when. I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't know when I can work out. I do need to work out more, but I have no clue. I have no clue. We will take away the guitar and the drums again. We switch to piano. Oh, we're speeding up. Okay. Midpoint. 5 push-ups for every sub. Twitch sub. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh. Okay, so we've gone in a completely separate direction now. So what we're doing right now with the... I keep forgetting to delete these. Wrong, hang on. I keep forgetting to delete these. Hang on. I didn't leave everything in. So, okay. So we had this initial 0 push-ups. Then there you go. Yes. There you go. For each new sub. Oh, God. All right. So we started this. We had the intro, which was just the piano, which was like an A section. Then we had your prime is on cooldown. Okay, I see. It's all right. You don't have to. Then we had B when the drums came up and we introduced the guitar. And then we had C, A, C. Oh, it's horrible. Then we had C with the with the organ speeding up a little bit. But what is happening here, this is really interesting. One of the most common structures, by the way, of music is an A, B, A, or A, B, A prime, where you have one block of music, a second block of music that is contrasting but still related, and then you go back to the first one with a variation. What is happening here is, let me delete this. What is happening here is this little ABC we just had, if I'm right, is part of and encompassing overall A. And now we are going to section D, funny joke, and we might, if this goes the way I think it might be going, maybe E, maybe F for an overarching B section. Let's see if I'm right, but this is the structure that I think might be so. Oh, listen to that. We completely sped up. Oh, it at the same time as it mine, because... Oh, good, look at that. Nice. Completely contrasting, completely different. We speed up and everything. And yes, if you have Amazon Prime, consider using the Prime subscription that comes included with your Amazon Prime on this channel. Do consider that. It's very highly appreciated if you do. You get extra deals and extra drops, by the way, on Twitch. So, yeah. Let's see. You can link the accounts. Ooh. So yes, the chords that are being played are a little bit mirroring what we heard in the first half of the track. But yes, we had this section of the piano going completely crazy. Then we bring in the guitars and everything, which is kind of our section, our subsection E, we could call it maybe. Let's see where this goes. Oh. And now it's piano plus guitar. Okay, so this one, with the piano going this, so it's not D, E, F, it's not D, E, F, it's a different A, B, A prime, very small and contracted. This is a completely separate, so let's do it in a circle this time. So we had square A, B, C, which was just completely separate, 3 sections. Now we had A, we had the piano section, we brought in the drums, and we brought in the A prime, which is a variation of both the first and the second together. So we could call that AB, AB. So it makes little sense, right? So AB and then AB. Because now they are both together. This is really cool. Oh, this is so unbelievably Moonlight Sonata. This is unbelievably, like, this sounds so much like the Moonlight Sonata. It's insane, I love it. Yep. Oh, this is so good. It's like a backwards Moonlight Sonata. Okay. Organ is back. Okay. So we went into a completely... So we're not going back to A. We did bring back the thing, so we might be doing this for another section of ABA or ABC. And this one, you're going to do a triangle for this one to symbolize what is going on. This is what I think the structure might be so far. Let's see if I'm right. Wait, no, we're slowing down. Oh! Yeah, so we've had 3 motifs now. We had the first motif from the very slow piano at the start. We had the second motif from the second piano right at the middle with all that insane arpeggiation. And now we have this other motif, which is kind of a variation of the first one to an extent. But oh my god, this is metal as hell. Call back through the middle section. But we also have the... Oh my god, we are building upon everything. Section 3 is based upon the first 2 sections while having its own contained extra bits. This is so good. Because now we have both the keyboard, the piano, and the organ. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is so good. Section C of this part. A completely separate melody from what we've had so far. Kind of resembling some of the sub-motifs that we'd had before. Yep. Okay, and now we have the outro. Okay, so I was right. Not entirely, because it turns out the C over here at the start. So structure-wise, we had A, B, and C. We had 3 major sections in this piece. But the first one, each of these was A, then B, then AB. Together. Then we had a new set of A, a new set of B, new set of AB, and now for the third one, again, new set of A, new set of B, new set of AB. And that's this track. We had the intro, which was the first section A, but now we have with an outro. And this is the track we got right now. Structurally, this is what we have. Really interesting. Really interesting because even though these are completely separate things, they share elements of one another. They share elements of one another. Like section A is subsection A in the section C takes elements from both B and A, of overall B, overall A, and it just adds them together. On section B. Of this one. Section A was just its own thing. And now we have the outro with a completely contrasting the initial one. The initial one we had the lower piano kind of at odds with the higher piano, and it was very slow. It was nice and slow, and now we have them both being a lot faster and a lot more in sync with one another, completely contrasting the start. And it's slowing down. And it's slowing down. And that final... Oh, there you have it. That was Gebuerjeit by KEYGEN Church. What a track. What a brilliant track. I was not expecting this kind of structure. I was expecting something a bit more conventional, but this was still really, for how relatively unorthodox this was, really good. This was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It had so many elements to it, and everything stemmed from this A over here. That first motif built upon everything else, but it did it in a wild way, such an unusual way, that it ended up being these little subsections. I hadn't seen something like this, where you just group things together and you present them as these major blocks of everything, while each of the blocks having smaller blocks. I really like this. Like, every time we hear KEYGEN Church or Hakita, I end up being like, oh, I'm so putting this in my music. I'm so taking these concepts into my music. So I'm learning as well. I'm learning a lot over here. So there you go. Really good stuff. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you like, you share, all that good stuff. Join the Discord. See if you can catch the lives, because we record these live on stream. If you want to request a song, type a comment if you're watching this on the YouTube channel. Video game music only, because it's easier with copyright, because that way I don't have to fight the corporations on whether or not I can upload these to YouTube. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Really good stuff. KEYGEN Church never ceases to amaze. I'm taking a bunch of these for myself. Taking a bunch of these concepts for myself. But yeah, let's move on.